Hey guys, Taylor Nordstrom here. I did my research over Eric Carle, and if you don't know who he is, he's the guy that created the Very Hungry Caterpillar book. And he has quite a few books, and he is really interesting to me because his illustrations are so unique and distinct that you can always tell like which books are his. He has this really unique style where he would like do a collage type of thing and like overlap painted pictures on top of each other to make whatever picture he was trying to make. So I thought that was super cool, and that's what kind of drew me to him, and I loved the Caterpillar book as a kid. So Eric Carle was born to German immigrant parents in Syracuse, New York in 1929, and then when he was 6, he moved back to Germany with his parents, and it was there that his dad was drafted into the German army at the start of World War II. And so his dad was actually held captive for a period of time as a Russian prisoner of war. And so despite all of this chaos that was going on, Eric still completed his education, and he graduated from this prestigious art school, and I do not know how to pronounce it because it was a German school, but he graduated from there, and he still always wanted to return to America. And then in 1952 he made that dream a reality, and he went back to New York, and he showed up with nothing but a portfolio and then $40. So after he moved back, he ended up landing a job at the New York Times, and he was a graphic designer. So he worked there for a while, and then he decided to quit his job and freelance and just focus on his art. And so after he quit his job, he was reached out to by Bill Martin Jr., which is another well-known, respected author. He wrote the book Brown Bear, What Do You See? And the illustrator on that book was Eric Carle. So that kind of kickstarted his career because that became a best-selling book. It's super popular. And so then a couple years later, in 1967, or I think 1967, was when the Caterpillar book was published. And so this also became a huge success, and now this book has been translated into 65 different languages, and it has sold 46 million copies. So it's big time. And since Eric Carle started his career, he's illustrated over 70 books, and he didn't start writing books until he was almost 40, so that's pretty impressive. And like I said, one of the big things that drew me to him was his illustrations. So I'm going to read The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and I'll try to show the illustrations too. You can kind of tell how he made that caterpillar. So, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. So, in the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. I don't know if you can see. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. There's caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. And on Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomach ache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. So yeah, this book was written and illustrated by Eric Carle, and he has quite a few others that look kind of similar, like the illustrations and everything, like I said, because he had that very unique style of art that he would do. So I just love those books. I think they're awesome. I think he's pretty awesome. And then for the interactive activity I thought that the kids would do, would be an art project, and they would make their own caterpillar, kind of doing the same sort of technique that Eric Carle would do. So they would be provided with already cut up pieces of tissue paper in like the oval shape, and then be given like some Mod Podge or glue and a paintbrush and make their own caterpillar on a piece of construction paper. So they would just kind of recreate the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So, thanks!